Hello, everyone. Today I have something very special to share with you regarding neuroproductivity and with three letters the letter A for art, C for consciousness, and E for essence. And when I put them together as ACE, it brings me the attention of looking for professionals that have the connectivity of ACE. And this is the example of my guest today. And I have the pleasure and the honor to be talking to Jana today. And she's here with me. And I would like to start our conversation today based on art,
Yeah,
essence, and consciousness.
great.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah. And thank you so much for trusting the whole process because I know we've been on
Mm-hmm.
a path. We've been together not so long, but
Mm-hmm.
you accepted some challenges. But I
Mm-hmm.
would like to hear a little bit about you, yourself,
Yeah.
your path from the beginning, okay? I don't
Mm-hmm.
want you to hear what you're doing now, but are you able to tell me a little bit about the past and how about the expression of art?
Well, art is everything in my life, I can say. Like since I think my mom, when she got pregnant, she had a art pregnancy because as soon I was born, because my mom, she really was connected to music,
Uh-huh.
but she never had the opportunity to do music. And as soon I was born, she did okay. I didn't do, but you're gonna do it. You know?
I did not know about that. I
Yeah.
was not expecting. I love this
Yeah.
because I never expect what I hear.
Yeah.
And why did I brought this? Is because I
Mm-hmm.
feel, Jana, and you know that since the day that I met you for the first time, that I
Mm-hmm.
feel music within you,
Yeah.
right? But then music turned into something else, and I know
Uh-huh.
how brilliant you are and how beautiful
Mm.
your work is
Thank you.
and now I would like to, but I needed to bring this
Mm-hmm.
expression of art so that we could open, and I know it gets
Mm-hmm.
into your system, and and now what has that turned into your life now? Because I know you've been working with people, developing the reconnection, and I know you're gonna be doing something very special on stage
Mm-hmm.
soon on our event.
Mm-hmm.
But tell me a little bit about the power of breath and the
Mm-hmm.
power of reconnecting to our inner empowerment. So could you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, of course. So everything started with music, and for a long time, music was my way to connect with people,
Mm-hmm.
and not only teaching the instrument, teaching piano. I used to have a music school for more than 20 years. And I had contact with all the students over there. And what most amazed me was, what music can change or can transform
Yeah.
in that student's life. And that was amazing seeing that transformation coming from the music and the results of that. I always was very connected with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then later in my life, I discovered the breath. I know, seems like, okay.
Yeah, well, you're breathing and the breath. And tell me a little bit about
Yeah.
it because that's when I met you. It was like through this breath work. And what is breath
Yes.
work?
Yeah. When I discovered breath work was like something amazing happened because I was one person before breathwork and
Mm-hmm.
another person after breathwork. It really changed my life. I had uh, going through a lot, a journey with. I was doing therapy. I was doing different types of therapies and work, but wasn't working that much.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a, you know, kind of difficult time in my life when I discovered breath work. And and then my therapist, she told me, okay, I think you need to do breath work. I will recommend you to this person that I know specifically. And I went like the next day for that. And I did my first session of breath work. Comes from the holotropic breath work.
Mm-hmm.
And it was transformational for me. And after that day, now I will have to pass this through as many people I can, because this is, wow, it's
Yeah.
really
Can I
powerful.
can I say that throughout the probably the your first session, but because you're sharing that it was during your first session that you felt something
Yeah,
within. And
yeah,
again, we've been talking a lot, and in this school we talk a lot about finding those that piece of information that comes from within.
mm-hmm.
That throughout your first session of breathwork, it was a calling. It was something that you reconnected to yourself, because I mean, music as an
Mm-hmm.
expression of art is already a connection. So even you were in that level of connectivity, you even felt something stronger. So can I
Yeah,
say that there was a calling, or how do you see it?
yeah. Because breath work works with the breath
Yeah,
and the music
yeah.
together. And this together that creates this transformation, this emotional transformation in you. So, and we all, I had always had music in my
Mm-hmm.
life, as I always had the breath in my life,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
right? But once I discovered how I can connect both, like what type of music, is the music that I apply when
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing this type of breath work, and how this takes me to this journey
Mm-hmm.
within, and how I can connect to myself, my essence, my purest self. And then this sense of empowerment, it's beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
because before, I used to have that sense of, okay, I need to look for this book, or I need to look for this school, I need to do this therapy, I need to do the work this way, but always external.
Yeah. And it's not a matter of knowing more or getting more information, but
Yeah,
practicing or experiencing exactly the
yeah.
transformational path.
But my experience with the breath work was that I have all this power
Hmm.
within me. It's here. And I can access that through my breath,
Yeah.
you know? And then the breathwork session is you go in all the stages of your psyche,
Hmm.
and you start, you know, since in the beginning, and we're gonna go to start going to another levels
Hmm.
until we go in what you really need
To
to
heal or to transform.
release,
Hmm.
to heal, and and things that are stored for so long that you didn't know, you just feel it, but you didn't know, you don't know how to,
Hmm.
and all of a sudden,
It's there.
it's gone,
Yeah.
and you have all the power and the control yourself.
The release. The release.
Yes,
Beautiful.
yes.
And this, I would like to bring a little bit from the book, The Constellation of
Uh,
Founders, where the book that we wrote together,
uh-huh.
and that came up. I mean, at the end of the day, we got this beautiful result, and it's exactly what you were talking about. And it's
Mm-hmm.
there are some. I mean, from I don't know. Your part. You were talking about epigenetics and from all of the science behind it.
Mm-hmm.
But how can you say that we can connect for those who are not? Because breath work through your breath, by breathing, you can reconnect yourself. For
Mm-hmm.
those who are more static, how can you? Always skeptical. How
Mm-hmm.
can you connect in terms of science? Just for us to have this conversation, even though I
Mm-hmm.
know that you're not in that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though everything is behind science, it's beautiful when I see you as an
Mm-hmm.
expression. But I would like to hear a little bit on the other. We started with music. Now I would like to hear a little bit about science.
Mm-hmm.
What is the science behind it?
Yeah, is the breath is there. It's always there. But breath is one of the few things that you can be intentional in your body. You can tell your body, do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it does. You can be intentional with your breath. Once you are intentional with your breath, it works. It regulates your nervous system. So if you are anxious, you can do some type of breathing,
Mm-hmm.
some breath exercises, and then you get like the results of
Yeah.
it. You can balance your nervous system. You can feel better. So it's always there. Even when you have some pain or tension in your body, you do some intentional breath,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah, and emotional regulation is like
correct.
it's the foundation of the School of Neuro Productivity anyway, and that's how we connect it. So through breath, it's
Uh-huh.
something that we can deeply do it. Can we do any like experience, or how can you tell me like I'm anxious? Supposedly
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm very anxious, or someone
Mm-hmm.
who's anxious sometimes they don't know, right? How do I know that my system
Mm-hmm.
is under pressure or under that circumstance of anxiety, for example.
Yeah. The first thing is to be aware of what you are
Beautiful, yeah.
feeling. So just like stop and close your eyes and look inside and feel what you're feeling. Name what you're feeling.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
you are.
But then I'm too busy. I'm
Mm-hmm.
too busy. So many people that I have conversations and they don't even focus on a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm very busy. I'm very, things are not happening. So
Yeah.
what would be how could you bring that intention, the intentionality of the breath, as you say? I mean, breath and
Yes.
intentionality works together. So how can we regulate that?
You can do a quick exercise if you want right
Yes.
now.
Yeah, why not? Because I know that this is something that we're going to be doing on stage. Jana is not going to be talking about techniques, but we are going to be experiencing
Uh-huh.
live on stage,
Yeah.
right?
It's a little bit
Uh,
difficult to explain
yeah,
breath,
right.
what
Yeah.
breathwork
But
does
can we do here live?
talking, but
Yeah.
once you start doing,
Okay,
everybody
I love it.
feels
I
it.
love it. I love it. So let's do it. I mean, I'm your guinea pig. Okay, so do it,
Yeah.
or maybe the audience. So
So first we're gonna just sit and relax and feel where you are. If you can close your eyes, it's always good. But also, if you are in somewhere that you cannot close your eyes, let's suppose you are like driving your car, for example, you also can do this exercise. Of course, I'm not gonna close your eyes. But if you have the possibility
but
to,
if somebody's watching the podcast and this podcast now, and you're
yeah.
driving, I mean, it's better if you stop the car for like 5 minutes and do the work. Okay, let's go.
Yes. So first you close your eyes and breathe very deep. Take a deep breath in, feel the air, and then ask to yourself what I am feeling right now. What is my feeling at this moment? And just be with yourself in that feeling. And then you're going to do a very deep breath in. And then you're going to hold this breath for 2 seconds. And you're going to release, counting to 6. You're going to do it again. Counting to 4. Inhale. You're going to hold 2. You're going to release in 6. So it's longer, the exhale, and the inhale a little bit faster. Then you're going to hold the air and then release again. So if you can do 5 cycles of this, you're going to feel already that your body changes. You're going to feel that your anxiety is going to go, and you're going to feel better after that. Now slowly you come back. You just can open your eyes if you want. So when you're ready,
Yeah.
let me know how you feel.
Thank you so much. Relaxed, right?
Yes.
I was kind of in the beginning just concerned because there
Mm-hmm.
was one day that I was in an event in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually Adriana's event for Bria Institute in University of Miami, and we
Mm-hmm.
did this on stage.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody was coming back, and I remember I mean, I don't, and we were on the stage, people were watching us, and I was like,
Yeah.
and they started talking, and I was gone for like probably 35 minutes.
Yes, I have to call you
Yeah, I
again.
had the same feeling now. I said, "Oh my gosh, okay, we have the podcast to record." Very relaxed, and I think it is so simple.
It is so simple.
It is so simple and
Yeah.
easy,
Mm-hmm.
right? And why don't we take the time to just to regulate ourselves?
Yeah, because when we breathe in is the moment that we do this check-in. What's going
Yeah,
on with me? And many times we just go through life without knowing how we are feeling,
yeah, yeah, exactly.
right? And if you don't know how you're feeling, how you gonna work
Yeah,
on that, right? And the breath is the moment that you can like be aware of
yeah.
yourself and your power.
I like observing the breath and the breathing itself,
Mm-hmm.
as because when we look at the breathing, it's like it's something that we have it for free. We don't have. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, everybody does. Everybody has.
Yeah.
The air, the element air, is something that is abundant in our,
Mm-hmm.
like on our planet, right?
It's amazing, right?
Yeah, and there's for
Uh-huh.
everyone. There's no lack.
Yeah.
There's no. I mean, it's for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And why don't we, or why are we still, as humans, we are still fighting for something? We're still fighting for being that abundance, for that something, and the fear of scarcity.
Mm-hmm.
It goes when we reconnect and we get that
Yes.
awareness of breathing.
We have all here, right? We have
Yeah.
all here at this very moment. We just need to stop and be aware of
Yes.
it.
Yeah, I love it. Wow.
Yeah.
So, wow, and I'm so I would stay here forever, but I would like to ask you for any specific message from what your message is gonna be, what is written. I mean, you wrote, you are here on the process with the book. We are about to release the book,
Mhm.
and from what message has to deliver, and if you would like to take the opportunity now to share that message.
The
What is
message
it?
is the two principles of breathwork, most important principles of breathwork,
Hmm.
which is trust and surrender.
Beautiful.
Yeah, trust is trust in your
Yeah.
intelligence, inner guided intelligence, that you have this inside you that can take you wherever you want to go or whatever you need. You have inside you, and your inner guided intelligence is there and guide you. Trust,
Yeah.
just need to trust in your guided intelligence, and surrender is attached to trust.
Yeah.
Just surrender.
To let go everything that we are still attached, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Surrender to that.
Yeah.
Accept.
That's the breath. The breath we don't I mean we don't hold
Mhm.
the breath, right? If we hold we die. So we
Correct.
have to surrender. And if we don't
Yes.
surrender,
Need to open space
yeah,
to let it go.
beautiful. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Trust and I used it a lot. A lot.
Trust and surrender.
Yeah.
For sure.
And with a lot of trust and
Mm-hmm.
surrendering all that the universe has to give us. I
Mm-hmm.
thank you so much for being part of this. I don't want to say program because it's much more than this, but being part of this whole movement that we
Yeah.
call the profession of the new era. And thank you so much for trusting. Thank you so much for being here. And this is just the beginning of the beautiful movement that we're building on our planet. Thank you,
Yes.
Jana.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching one more episode here on our podcast. Remembering that neuroproductivity has to do with emotional regulation plus mental clarity so that we can get coherent actions. And once we have that formula, our results get sustainable. And this is what I wish for all of us, sustainable results so that we can live fully. See you on our next episode.